Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Season 1 is now officially live for Cold War, Warzone, and Modern Warfare, and as we've already talked about in today's earlier videos, this season brought a ton of stuff to each game, including a brand new battle pass, a brand new Warzone map, new weapons, and plenty of other stuff too. However, in the time since the updates dropped, a bunch of new things have actually already surfaced, including a brand new secret map update to Verdansk, some new DLC weapons for Modern Warfare and Warzone actually leaked, and even more. So as we break everything down today, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, or if you're a part of the over 60% of viewers who are watching but aren't already subscribed, we are trying to hit that nice 669k subs before next year, so feel free to subscribe to stay up to date with pretty much everything going on in Modern Warfare, Warzone, and of course, Cold War as well. Now, first and foremost, I do want to update you guys on a new update that went live after the Season 1 update went out, and this is for Cold War, and to say the least, initially at least, the Season 1 update kind of completely broke the game. For almost everyone, it caused the whole Z398 error, which basically just wouldn't let you play any matches. The update also broke Warzone and would constantly kick you out of Rebirth Island. It was kind of a mess, nothing was really working well, but the 1.09 update went out for all platforms, and that seems to have fixed the Z398 issue, so everyone should now be able to play Cold War and Warzone just fine. Definitely was a very rough morning, though, for anyone trying to get on and grind out the new season. But anyways, moving on from that, we actually have some pretty interesting news when it comes to Modern Warfare and Warzone, which obviously, Modern Warfare didn't get a ton of love when it comes to Season 1. We got a playlist for Modern Warfare multiplayer, we got a few bug fixes, but really pretty much everything was focused on Cold War and Warzone with the new weapons, with Rebirth, and all that jazz, right? However, once the update finished downloading, within the combat record on Modern Warfare, we actually got a slight update featuring 2 unreleased weapons that are going to be pretty familiar if you've stayed up to date with the leaks previously. So when you scroll through the weapons on the combat record, underneath the SMG category, you're going to notice the CX9 is visible for stats, but it's not actually available to use in the game right now. But this looks to be what is essentially the whole Scorpion Evo leak that we saw a few weeks back. And then if you scroll through the pistols, you'll notice the Sikov or Sykov, not entirely sure how to pronounce that one, but this is basically the Makarov that we've seen glitching in game for weeks now too. Now obviously, because these are visible in game, at least right now to everyone, that implies that they are coming to the game at some point soon. When we have leaks come out for weapons, it's not always a guarantee that they're going to come to the game, and really that applies to any and all leaks. For instance, we had like 13 operators leaked back in Season 1, and we only ended up getting like 3 or 4 of those so far, so those things really aren't necessarily guaranteed to come to the game. But now that they are officially on the menu, or I guess probably unofficially, by no means do I think these were added in on purpose. They probably appeared here accidentally, but I would say it's very likely that we're going to see some kind of like new event drop for these weapons at some point soon. Maybe we see some kind of winter event after the Rebirth Island event comes to a close in a few weeks. Maybe we get a smaller Season 7 update. Really, only time is going to tell here, but I do think it is very cool that it seems some more weapons are coming to Modern Warfare. Now, one very big thing that a lot of people were focused on with Season 1's update, specifically in regards to Warzone, is what exactly would be happening with Verdansk, because it really hasn't been feeling the freshest as of lately, right? And unfortunately, Season 1 didn't really do anything with Verdansk, at least upon face value. There is no new points of interest, there's no new seasonal aesthetic. It's basically the same old Verdansk that we've had for quite some time now. With one exception that is honestly very, very intriguing, but also kind of confusing. At the airport, we've always had like that one big divot in the middle of the larger runway. Someone had a real bad tee shot, never filled it in. Shout out to that person. And it never really meant much, right? It was just sort of this blemish in the middle of the tarmac that had no meaning whatsoever. But with the Season 1 update, that divot became a giant hole, and now it's actually leading into this new underground area that you can also access through the smaller hut that's towards like the corner or the elbow of the runway. And if you go through that door, there's going to be a very big ladder that most certainly will cause you to die if you don't grab onto that ladder or parachute down. Had a few close calls trying to get into this bunker, I won't lie. But when you follow this path down, you enter what is this enormous underground tunnel system, and this thing is literally huge. There is like a bunch of different side rooms. There are quite a few doors that are blocked off by these little wooden boxes. There's a lot of crates, a ton of loot spawns here. Now, I was testing this in Plunder, so obviously the loot is going to be upscaled a bit, but I think in regular Battle Royale, I heard the loot was also very, very good as well. So if you're trying to loot up fast, by all means, jumping into this area, especially because it's a bit lesser known right now, might actually yield you some pretty good loot. Then on top of that, there's actually multiple monitors in this bunker that feed into the Bunker 10 missile silo, and basically these monitors display these same exact images that we see within Bunker 10 right next to the actual silo itself. And this underground area features like a whole new bunker area as well down one of the longer halls, and it's really weird that this basically just came out of nowhere, right? Suddenly we have like this labyrinth of tunnels right underneath the airport in the tarmac, and it definitely has something to do with Bunker 10 and the missile launch that we're expecting to have happen on Verdansk at some point, who knows when, in the future. So just sort of connecting the dots here, this is somehow related to the intel and the background storyline that we've seen progressing for the past few months now. Zakhaev is definitely involved here, Armor 3-1 is probably involved here too, and I think it's safe to say that the Warzone intel is going to be picking back up here shortly, and it'll probably lead to us solving what on earth this new map update is. So long story short, Verdansk did actually change with the Season 1 update, but it was just in one of the weirdest ways possible. Then outside of that, I also wanted to go a bit more in depth on the brand new Rebirth Island event that we've got going on right now. And just to preface, no, this is not the whole Rebirth event that we were hoping for relating to the nuke and of course all that stuff. Instead, this is a little mini event, kind of like the Halloween rewards. This gives us a handful of challenges to complete before January 4th, and by doing so, we can actually earn the hazardous blueprint for the Krig 6. And this comes with the suppressor, the mil-spec barrel, the foregrip, the hollow scout optic, and then also the combat stock once you end up completing all 16 challenges. Now for these challenges, you can do them in any given order. You don't have to go like 1 to 2 to 3. You can do them however you want. But here you need to pilot a vehicle for 20 minutes on Rebirth Island. So kind of a strange one there actually. You need to complete any 30 contracts on Rebirth Island. You need to buy 30 streaks on Rebirth Island, open 100 crates on the island, collect 200 piles of plunder or just regular loot, get your loadout 20 times, place in the top 30% 5 times, get 30 kills with a common weapon, get 30 kills with a legendary weapon, get 2 kills or assists while on a vehicle, destroy 1 occupied vehicle, use 50 armor plates, place in the top 30% 15 times, place in the top 30% 30 times, get a kill before the first circle closes, and kill 100 downed enemies. Then after you do all that, you'll end up getting the Krig blueprint and the event will effectively be completed, so be sure to grind out those before January 4th if you want any rewards from that. So yeah, there you have it. With all of that being said, that is effectively what leaked when it comes to future weapons for Warzone and Modern Warfare, the big, well I guess quote-unquote big Warzone map update, and some other things to look out for with Season 1. And that is going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with pretty much everything going on in COD, from news to intel to updates and everything else in between, this is the best place to be, so feel free to subscribe and maybe even turn on those post notifications. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, and Control Freak products. Then also, if you want to join the community Discord server, anytime I post a new video or anytime I go live on stream, you'll get a notification through that. And then also, you can hang out and chat with myself and other members of the community as well. And the link to that and everything else is going to be down in the description below. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.